Alright, what's up, guys? It's Blair coming at you on a Sunday morning. Got a round 3 matchup for y'all. We got two 1-on-1s right here, a Sable Griffin and what's up, guys? Hely? What's that shit? Come on, you piece of shit. Sable Griffin and Hely, two 1-on-1s. Sable has 243 points. Hely's probably on the lower end of the 1-on-1s, I would think, because of this matchup. Well, of course his name's different on here, like fucking half these goddamn people. I don't understand why I can't use the same oh, there it is. I'm an idiot, sorry. Apologies. So yeah, two 1-on-1s. Man, a lot of these games are already done already. I kind of been away for a while. Let's go ahead and check out les squads. So we have Sable is running this loadout here. Our typical dash, blah blah blah. And we got a proto. So he ran this in another game we observed. I believe it was his matchup against Mwan, where Mwan had dash with Jan Ors, and Mwan ended up pulling it out. It was a very close game. And then here we got Rexler with Predator, Ion, and a little mini swarm. So this is going to be interesting. Good matchup we got here. They've left the template on. If you're Jake, gotta try to avoid that Ion. You hate getting Ioned. Getting Ioned as an A-Wing is death. So if Rexler's able to hit him with just one of those, that's going to be trouble. And I think you're going to probably see Dash go left here and try to make this swarm come into that asteroid field. That's usually the consensus best way to beat a swarm when they've got more firepower on you, is just break them up into the asteroid field. And especially if you're Dash, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see well, he's gonna lock. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a barrel roll. Maybe he's gonna check a lock here, yeah. And so now he sees he's just going to be shooting against the Academy, and that Academy has just gotten evade. So actually he might just stay right there and just focus target lock him. Try to get a big hit on him right off the bat. It's going to be 4-on-4 through that debris field, but still, you'll always trade. I mean, with Dash at range 3, you'll pretty much trade shots with just about anyone, especially Academy. So probably going to see a focus target lock here, I'd imagine. Yep. So already a pretty good start. You'll live with those, like I said. And what's it got in store for Jake? Jake's got VI on him, so he's going last, actually. And Hal and Rex just moving up. I've yet to see this. I know a lot of people have been running Predator on Rexler to potentially save that focus for his ability. I've yet to see an ion cannon paired with him. Kind of interested to see how that's going to go. So it goes 4 forward with Jake. Now what are you going to do here? I think you'd probably see a boost, then try to... Yeah, he's going to focus boost. I think you might just see him keep that, and then do like a 3 right turn next turn, yeah. The only thing is, even though I think Sable's off to a better start, he's got that proto wheel, and it's just a proto, so it's not like heavy firepower, but it's going to be 5-on-2. But yeah, going into next turn, you're in some trouble if you're Hely. Like, he's either got to turn into that debris field. Well, I guess maybe if they'll do a 1 right, but then they'd be sitting back at range 3 of range 2 at least of all these guys. So you might all just see him do a 1 right turn. Whew. Ooh. Ouch! Well, that is terrible luck, to say the least. You roll 8 dice and you get 1 hit. That's about as bad as it comes, just about. Now you're kind of regretting using that evade for Hely. Kind of wishing you'd focus here, because you're probably going to get 1 evade here. Rolling. Oh, I stand corrected. So he's got to burn it. Well, it doesn't really matter, though, because we got the evade. So he burns it. But now coming back, going to be 2 on 4. Probably not going to see any hits here. Any damage, at least. Well, gets 1. Probably won't do it. Nope. Well, you're a little frustrated for Sable. You probably should have got at least 1 hit there. But still didn't take any damage, and you're in a better position, so gotta get that proto working back though. It's gonna be hard because if he does like a 2 or 3, he's gonna be staring down that debris field. And with dash, as always, got a lot of ways you can go here. I mean, if you really wanted to get tricky, you could actually do a 1 right bank, barrel roll right, and then boost. He's anticipating these guys all turning, which I think he is. He probably won't, though. He'll probably just go left, then maybe boost, then focus, and then I don't know. Probably see either let's say maybe a 2 right bank with Jake. You don't want to let Jake just get teed off on those, the thing. And, you know, these guys have got to be turning in some manner or another. If you're a banker or a hard. And in any event, Jake wedged between these 2 objects. It's going to be kind of get stared down by him. Probably a range 2 or 3. But still, with Howl Runner and Rexler, good chance that he takes a beating here. And Hely's gonna think it over. I think he just gotta go. Well, he's ready. I think you just gotta go 1 right. Oh, but then again, he's got Rex, so that factors into your decision. That's why I don't like flying that defender in formation with a bunch of ties, because their dials are so dissimilar. It's hard to keep them together. It's just this 1 right with Proto. Probably see a boost. Yep. So, he does a 3 right bank with AP 1. It clears the debris field, but it doesn't really matter, because it's just a debris field, so he's going to take a stress. Oh, and he gets a crit. That is brutal. That is brutal. That's the risk you take when you fly over him. Oh, and it's a direct hit. Well, that is doubly brutal. Because now Pharrell is probably going to be able to kill him off, and Dash is going to be able to focus fire on someone else, like maybe Rex. Well, that's bad luck, but that's the risk you take. Put yourself in that position, and I mean, he got lucky on the first turn, so that's, you know, the luck, it generally evens out. It doesn't always, but I would say that he was due to take something there after that first turn. Dash rolled 1 hit on 8 dice. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of that, because, well, clearly he's got to be doing a bank with Rex. That's why he did that, to get him out of there, but he could have just went 1 right and then barrel rolled. I guess then he would have been looking at that asteroid, though. Yeah, I would have, if it was me, and I've never flown this, so maybe I shouldn't talk, but I'd just fly it, the ties all in a formation, and then have Rex kind of offset a little bit, let him do his own thing. It's hard, when you spread them out that far, it's hard to wedge him in there, especially, I mean, you see, he wasn't putting asteroids in corners, these are kind of packed in, so I'm not really a fan of flying them at fat formation when you're going to pack all those asteroids in. Obviously, at the debris field is probably what you would want to do. We didn't catch that part of who was putting down what, but I would have gone corners if I was going to fly them that wide. So think, probably to see a boost. I think he's thinking boost or bank. I mean, boost forward or 1 right bank. I think I just, well, he wants to get a shot on one of these guys is the thing. So he goes forward. Now what do you do? He's going to try to lock AP2. I think he might be out of range. Well, actually, no. Ooh. Oh, he is outside. Well, that's what you didn't really want that. So now what do? You just double focus? Or do you just not push the limit? He's gonna lock AP1. Oh, and he does. Why would you do that? I'm not a fan of that at all. Because now you could have just gone a 1 right turn with your AP1, and you would have kept. He wouldn't have had to fly over that debris field. And now you've stressed out Rex. He still gets 2 rerolls because of Predator and Howl, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. The focus to boost right. I think I'll probably see an evade here would be my guess. Do not want to get ioned. Even though it'd be through that asteroid still. It's not going to push the limit. Well, that's risky. Because even though if Rex goes ion, that'd be 3 on 4. With 2 rerolls, he's got a pretty good chance to get 3 hits. And if you roll 2 blanks with Jake, he's going to be ioned, and then he's going to be in a whole lot of trouble. I guess it feels like that asteroid, maybe we can keep these academies from turning into him, but that would be danger. I think you got to go ion here, seeing as it's range 3. Oh, but I'm sorry. He doesn't get the reroll from Howl, but he still gets the Predator. He's gonna go dash. Okay, that's fine. I got no problem with that. He gets a hit and crit, and a reroll 1, and then he gets 3. Ooh, and he's gonna take 2. Well. That's what you need. You gotta start wearing him down. It's gonna be hard though now. I mean, it's gonna be able to go with that at Proto, but It's going to be hard to turn into Jake or pursue Dash through this field. I mean, Dash. And the other thing about flying this in formation is you're going to see where these academies go, and then you kind of have an inclining as where Rexler is going to go too. So you really, and Hal, you kind of know exactly where their whole swarm is going to be. So it's such an added advantage for Dash. And he gets 2. Oh, he goes at Rex. Interesting. I guess it feels like since that Ty's got no shot and he's stressed, he's really not too worried about him. He gets 1 though. That's kind of dangerous because now that Ty is going to be able to shoot at that Proto if Dash doesn't finish him next turn. He really didn't want that because he can just do a 2 right bank and focus. Now what do you do if you're Hely? You're in a bad way. I think gotta go 2 forward there with Rex. But then what do you do with the ties? Because the 1 right turn, I mean that 2 forward with Hal looks like it'd put you on the asteroid. You just don't want Jake to get the flank on you. But at the same time, Dash is so far away. Like, how can you pursue him and make sure all these guys get shots? I don't think you can. Maybe he just goes hard for that Proto and tries to kill him in 1 shot, and then goes for Dash next turn. The thing about when you're playing Dash, though, is you kind of, in my opinion, you gotta try to start to corner him. And maybe not in a corner, but at least, like, push him towards the side. So you can kind of, like, start to just back him into a corner so he's not able to just, you know... Because right now, he can do so much stuff. He can go 2 forward, 1 right bank, left right bank, and then he can still barrel roll boost in just about any direction. Whereas if you start to get him into that corner, or even the side, then you know he can only go straight or right. And especially the corner, and he's kind of pushing him towards that. But even still, if you wanted to try to get out of that, you can go 1 left bank, another 1 left bank, and now he'd be coming towards this open area with these guys way behind. But Justin, even though he's got 2 hits on Dash, still in a bit of a bad spot, I think, at this juncture. Anyone else got some input? Go ahead and type it into the chat. So he goes 5 forward and a 1 left bank with a proto. I think he was hoping to get some blockage going on there. And he didn't get the block, but he is going to avoid that shot again. What do you do with your dash? Barrel roll back left to finish that Academy off finally? Or do you just barrel right back and try to go these guys? Maybe kill them before it can shoot at the proto with combined shot, Jake and dash. Probably would be able to. I wholeheartedly agree with the evades. I think that was a nice move there to barrel roll with Rex, clear for Hal, but yeah, I feel like the evading swarm is kind of the mark of the inexperienced player, because usually with a lone academy, you're rolling 3 or 4 defense dice, you're usually gonna get 1 focus, more times than not. So, I mean, if you're getting attacked, because no one can, I mean, academies will get 1 shot at occasionally, but usually it's going to take 2 or more shots to even kill an academy because of their agility. And so, yeah, I agree. The evade, I mean, on Hal it's fine, I think, but on the lone academy, I definitely agree. You gotta just focus with them. As for the push limit, I think when you see these guys run these dash loadouts, I mean, normally I agree, like, there's situations when you've got a pilot with a push the limit, sometimes you don't want to do it, but when these guys run these dash loadouts, you'll usually see they'll do it pretty much every time, even when it really doesn't befit them too, because they get that focus next turn from Kyle. So I think that's why sometimes you see that, is when it's like, well, there's no need to push the limit here. They'll still usually do it anyway, just so they can get that ensured focus next turn, in case next turn they need to do a, you know, boost barrel roll or whatnot. Well, Sable is really not getting the hits thus far. Now, what do you do here? Do you ion? I think I'd go for the ion, because if you can get an ion on dash, that would be huge. I mean, if you can get 2 on him, obviously, 1's not going to do anything, but, I mean, a 3-on-3, if you go with your primary, it's going to be 3-on-4 against a focus, or 3-on-3 against a focus, as opposed to 3-on-2. He's gonna go primary. I don't like that. If you're gonna stick that ion on there, I mean, it's best suited to go at guys who have pushed the limit in her, like, because Dash is built for push the limit, and if you can either prevent him from using it, like if he gets one ion on him and he's scared to use it in case you get him again, or if you get him again and make him do a one white forward, now you've got him in some big trouble. Whereas like one hit a turn, that's not going to cut it, I think. I think you got to eye on him and then just go at him with the swarm. Because, yeah, I mean, in this situation, you're just going to keep... That's actually not 2 on 5, by the way. It's actually supposed to be 2 on 4, but whatever. Anyway, in this situation, his academies are just going to be blasting away at Dash. Range 3, you know, often through these obstacles. His 2 on 4 shots just aren't going to cut it when he's coming back with 4 on 4, 4 on 3. Even when you've got more ships shooting, I think I'd just take them odds if I was Dash. Thinking about, do I want to finish that AP1 off? I think it would have a shot on him. It'd be another 2 on 4. No, he's just gonna go at Rex. He really wants Rex out of there. Well, he just cannot roll for crap so far. No, he cannot. Well, obviously he wanted some hits there, but I guess he'll take that and make him spend the focus at least, probably. I think he got to spend, yeah. Ooh, and he does not have a shot on the academy, so I'm talking about now. He's got to go 2 on 4. Unless he forgets to use Hal. Yep. Gets one crit. Uses a focus. Gets another hit. Ooh, and nothing. Well, Hely's definitely got the advantage in dice so far. But I still feel like, right now as it stands, I like Sable's situation a little bit better. The only thing is now, well, I guess he can probably 5k turn with that Proto. But then it's going to be trailing, and it's kind of going to be... Probably won't do anything next turn. So 2 attacks stressed. But, I don't know. I know he wants to get Rex out of there. I guess he figured that AP1 didn't have a shot, and he was correct. But it probably will this turn. I think you got to finish it off. But if you're Hely, I mean, you've got no chance to catch Dash here. Because even in this spot, he can still pretty much go either way. I think he's probably going to go left. But, I mean, that Ion is just like the perfect thing to try to slow him down. And granted, you got to hit him twice, yeah. But when you're shooting, 3-on-3, and, Dash is always going to have a focus pretty much with Kyle, and he's using it as his action often. You're really only going to get one hit most of the time anyway with your primary. So I feel like you just got to go with the Ion, and especially when you're shooting when you're shooting at range 3, you can take away that 1 defense dice. Almost guarantees you a hit going 3-on-2. I mean, I know he wants to get Dash low so we can start taking advantage of his ability, but I mean, think if you look back right now, if he had Ioned, Dash would be sitting at 5 health, 3 shields, but he would be Ioned right now. So right now he'd be going 1 forward. So would you rather have 1 less shield gone, or 1 more shield gone, and have him do any range of motions right here, which he can't even go, he can go 3 left if he wants to, 3 right, he can do all sorts of stuff. Or would you rather have an Ion, have him going straight, and granted he can barrel roll and boost out of that, but still, you're going to know exactly where he's going to go initially. If it was me, I would Ion, but that's just me personally. And again, because I think you're going to see him go left, because Rex, it's going to be hard for Rex to pursue. He can't go 3 left bank. You can go 3 left bank with everyone, but I mean, Howl's going over that debris, no doubt. Does a 3 left get over that debris? Probably is going to be clear, but then he's going to be shooting through another debris cloud. But you gotta start getting some dice here for Sable. He hasn't so far. I feel like he's outplayed Hely thus far, actually, but it doesn't matter if you're not getting the dice. So Sable goes for a bit of a gamble. Does the 3K instead of the 5K. And I think, yeah, he's going to pay for it. He's just on. Only dodges that one at least. So, but still, no shot. No shooting this turn. So you're just going to go 2 straight. He's going to barrel roll. Which way is he going to go? Goes left. So by that, clearly he's guessing Sable's going left with dash. Oh, and he goes right. What a good move by Sable. Now you're in some trouble if you're Hely. Because he can get, yeah. I think you're going to see some sort of barrel roll boost combo here. And these guys ain't going to have a shot on no one. You're going to probably see barrel roll right. Boost right. Or maybe just a boost right, then focus. And see, that's what I was talking about that Kyle Katarn, is that if he had pushed the limit there, granted he wouldn't have been able to do that one right turn, but he could have done one right bank, then boosted, barrel rolled, and he would have still had his focus. Ooh, see, barrel rolls back, so gotta think he's gonna, yeah, gonna boost. So now he doesn't get the focus. And he's in a better position, I think, strategically. But still, even with that heavy laser cannon, just those unmodified attacks, you're usually only going to get 2 hits. It's about the same as just rolling 3 dice with a focus. A little worse, actually. Yeah, and so Rex is going to be able to tee off on him. And that's going to be a 4-on-2. So if he can get lucky and take down 2 shields and then get 1 hole without using his focus, he can get that crit on dash, but he'd have to get really lucky there. And he's still gonna, I mean, that was a miscalculation there. I don't think the Proto back at range 5 would have really done much if I had a shot anyway, but he's gonna eat it from Jake here too. And he's gonna focus to barrel roll. Gotta think, well, he could go right if he wants to target Rex, but I don't think he will. I think I'd rather see him go for that Academy and try to... Oh, he's going to go right. Oh, I don't think... He's going to barrel back right now. Yeah. So he's going to have a range 1 shot on him. And he can target lock. Well, this is going to be an interesting turn. Oh, wow. 2 hits and a crit. Ooh! Now that is interesting. Yeah, he's gonna spend it. I think he gotta spend it there. You really wanted to keep that focus to potentially use on dash, but you can't take a crit in that situation, I don't think. But he gets 2 rerolls here from Howl and Predator. It's gonna be it's actually a 4-on-2. Oh, he gets 2 hits and a crit. Oh, that would have been huge if he got another hit. Sable gets a focus evade, so he's gonna... Oh, he doesn't take a crit, it's just his shields. But still, that's smart piloting by Sable. I mean, if any one of these ties had a shot potentially, That would have been bad news bears, but I think I'll probably live with that. Dash gets 2 on Academy 3. Ooh, 2 hits. He's got 2 down to 1. He's got Rex, there's no shields. But you know now Dash is just going to either go 2 forward or 1 right, and then boost. He's going to be out to range 3 again, and these academies, I mean, probably, I think that 1 right turn would put him on that debris field. Same thing, well, he can 1 right turn, but then he's going to be, I mean, he 1 right turns, he's going to end up right here. Dash, after moving and then potentially boosting, is going to be like right here. So even if he has a shot again, it's going to be range 3 through an object. And Rex can K-turn, but that as well will probably be range 3 if he has a shot anyway. And these protos are going to be tailing these, or this proto will be tailing. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Jake. Because I think, Hal just go 1 right. Potentially try to bump Jake. I think if you're Jake here, I mean, he could go 2 right and then boost to go at Rex. But I think a 2 right bank is more likely. Probably going to be one of those 2, though. But if the Proto can get in there and finish off one of these guys, that'd be huge. Ooh, the 2 right bank does clear. Now what do you do? Gotta focus evade, you think. She's gonna barrel roll right. Hoping to get away from that AP3 if he has a shot, potentially. Oh. Yeah, I was wondering if that was gonna happen. I thought he might get clear too, actually, but now he just barrel rolled himself right into Howell's. That's why I was wondering if he was gonna do that. I figured he'd focus, but I don't really agree with that. Because even though Howell's unmodified, it's still going to be a 3-on-3. Not a big fan of that move. He's going to go at Hal. Ugh. Well, probably just keep that. Kind of surprised he didn't go at Rex, but I guess he wanted that range 1 on Hal, but you had the lock on Rex. Nope. Oh, come on. Well, Hal just got... There you go. Well, Jake dodges. He needed that. Needed it to dodge Rex. Now do you Ion here? It's a 3-on-3 either way. I think I would Ion because, yeah. Because you're probably not going to get 2 hits with your primary anyway. Oh, he gets 3 hits. Ooh, that's going to be dodged. Well, now Dash is coming back. Do you go for Hal, or do you try to kill him before he can shoot? Can I go Hal? Well, he gets... I think he's going to spend that. Yeah, he gets 3. Probably going to be good for at least 1 hit. Oh my goodness! Well, Hely is... He's getting the rolls. He's not rolling absolute fire, but he's getting pretty damn lucky, I'd say. 3 natural evades. Don't see that too often. Now the Proto's got a 3-on-3 shot. Well, he gets 3. Is that going to be enough? It should be. Yep. So at least he gets that. But that AP still gets a return shot. At Jake. Oh. And Hely doesn't realize it. Well, that's another mistake, but... What are you going to do? So he's going to go 2-on-4 with the Proto here, looks like. He gets 2. And dodged. Well. You know, I think if it was me, if I've got Rexler, I think I'm going 5 forward here. Because he's moving after Dash. I think Dash is probably going to one right bank. And then what do you do? Do you boost again? Maybe you don't actually do that. Maybe just go 2 forward and just try to concentrate firing these A-Wings and hope Dash just goes so far away he can't shoot at anyone. Because what's this Proto do? Does it go? Gotta figure probably. I mean, you know he wants to kill that, but I mean, what if he does like a 2 left bank and this guy goes forward? That's what Sable's thinking. So do you just go 2 straight? Kind of play it safe? So I was saying I might go 5 forward here with Rex. Try to surprise Sable. But Dash is now so far away. And if he, you know he's got a 1 right bank here. Can't think he's going to 1 forward. And then he's not going to be able to barrel roll right because he'd land on that asteroid, I think. Unless he kind of, maybe a barrel roll right forward would get clear. But that still would not have a shot, I don't think. Unless he goes 1 right, boost right, then barrel roll. Possibly in between that, then he might, but... What do you do if you're Jake? 2 left bank? You know, Hal probably can't shoot you. I think for Hal, you just gotta do 2 right bank and clear that. I think I'd clear that. Go 1 right bank with Rex. And then a 1 right turn with that Academy. So 1 right bank, unless Jake goes straight, I think that would cause Jake to bump if he goes 2 left. Either a bank or hard. But again, it's like, for Hely, I mean, if you're going to fly in formation, I feel like you got to stay committed to that formation. And it hurt him off the bat, having to go through this debris field. And now look how spread out his guys are. Like, neither of these academies are probably going to get the boost from Hal. So I feel like he could have maybe done something a little different. So Proto's doing a 2 left bank. Well, kind of surprised at that. Guess maybe he's just hoping to bump that Academy. But even if that Academy bumps, he's probably going to have a shot on Jake. Granted, it won't be much of a shot, but... So we get a 1 right turn there. Now it's on to Dash. This guy's going 2 right banks. That is going to bump. So they both went for each other. They both bumped. That's just funny. Oh, what's going on? So he does boost. Now I think you'll probably see him check for a lock. If he can't get it, I think you'll probably see him try to barrel roll right in between those. He's gonna double focus. God, I do not agree with that. At all. Like, why would you at least not check? I mean, maybe he's worried about Rex doing that 5 forward. I think that was what he was worried about. But now, I mean, this is like more than half your firepower dash there. Not having him shoot in a given turn. That's brutal. And now Jake's gonna bump. It's gonna clear the stress, but this AP is gonna get a 3-on-3 shot on him. And Rex is gonna get a nice shot on that Proto. Man, if that Rex can Ion Proto, probably be able to just hunt him down, finish him next turn. Neither player's really been able to concentrate fire the way they've wanted to. Which with this dash and 2 A-Wings, I mean, that's to be expected, but Sable's kind of shown a tendency to want to get some hits on Rex, but this really hasn't worked out that way for him. So, we got Jake first, gonna be 3-on-3. I'll see what he tries to kill him. That'd be interesting. I don't think he will, though. Gets 2. Oh, 3 evades. Wow. Sable is just like, come on. Roll some blanks. Well, that looks like they are parallel. So, yeah, he's going to call no debris field. And he gets 3 with his primary. So that is brutal because 2 crits only gets 2 focuses. That's still going to be a crit though. Damage engine. Ooh, that hurts on a A-Wing. Would rather seen a direct hit if you were a Hely, obviously, but we'll take that. Those hurt. That's going to hurt big time. Because now he's almost relegated to having to... Ooh, I don't think a 3K turn would make that. So now this A-Wing's in kind of trouble. I think he's probably just going to have to go 2 right and stress out. And no shot for Hal. Does Dash? I don't think Dash has a shot. Nope. Oh, you know? Oh, never mind. So just this Academy left. It's going to be a good one on Jake, a 3-on-3 with a focus. This could hurt. Oh, man. 3 more hits. Well, he gets 2. That's big. Still, though, I feel like, even with Sable's bad rolls, I still felt like he had been in control of this game thus far. I feel like now, though, for the first time since the first turn, I feel like Hely might be in a bit of a better position. Even though Howl's going to have to go, I feel like he should have 2 banked there with Howl. Because now Howl has to hit 1 right, and then hard right again. Basically going to be completely out of commission for 2 turns. Not only not get to shoot, but won't be able to boost anyone. Whereas if she had banked, she could have hard right turned and potentially had a shot on someone. But if you're Rex, now that 5 forward, boy, would that be a good time to spring it on Sable, I think. Because if you're Sable, now you're thinking, well, I gotta get Dash back in there to get some shots. And he saw that Rex did that 1 right bank next turn, so maybe he's worried that Rex is just gonna try to finish off that Proto. But I think if you're Hely, I think you'd say fuck the Proto, because you know he's got no shot next turn. And I would just go 5 forward and try to get a fat one on Dash. Because you know Dash has got like 1 right bank. I mean, maybe I can't imagine him going 1 forward. Because he's got to get closer to these guys. Look how far away he is. I mean, he's out of range of that Academy. And that Academy, I mean, he might go at Dash. But you know, I think you go 2 left with that Academy and try to make Jake bump him again. Because if you go right, then Dash is just going to stay out here and finish him off. Whereas if you go left, now you're kind of baiting Dash, saying, okay, if you want to come get a shot at anyone, you got to come in here. And that's when you pull out that 5 forward with Rex and tee off a big fat one on him. As for Jake, I think he just got a 1 left turn here and just live with it. If he bumps, he bumps. I don't think you want to fly over that debris field. So the Proto goes a 2 right bank and then boost. Well, the Proto banks and boosts. I guess that's pretty much as good as doing a hard turn, like a 3 hard turn. The AP goes 2 left, yep. And he again evades. I don't know if I'm crazy about that. Well, I guess that's not too bad. Oh, what is this? This AP2? Oh, I got some malfunction going on here. I was like, what the hell happened? I thought he did have another ship. Why can I not see that? Dash is going 2 straight. Well, now you gotta think he's gonna barrel roll. Or maybe bank barrel roll. He might just stay there, actually. Yeah, yep. He's just gonna push limit double focus. Now, did Rex do the 5 forward? Wow. Let's see it. Oh, he K turns. Oh. Well. Huh. I'm pretty surprised at that. Not the worst move ever, but boy, if he had gone 5 forward, he could have barrel rolled left, and he would have had a 4-on-2 shot at Dash, and he could have messed him up big time. But now Dash, I mean, I understand why he did that. He wants to obviously finish off Jake here. He's going to have a good chance to do it, but after you kill him, you know, I can't really see Rex getting... Is he going to get another shot on Dash? Maybe, but... If you kill him, are these 3 ties, basically, because you know he's going to take it here, are they going to be enough to finish off Dash by themselves? Well, 3-on-3. Does Jake get a kill here? It's going to be hard. The odds are with the tie. But he really needs one here, because if that tie can shoot back 3-on-3, and then with Rex, he'd probably be able to finish off Jake. saying about going for Rex, but I think you gotta just go for that. Well, yeah, he's gonna go with the AP. Oh, he gets one hit. And evaded. Ooh. So Hely goes for the gamble. Oh, man! Again, no evades for Sable. And it's a direct hit. Unreal. And Jake is gone. Wow. Hely rolled a crit, a hit, and a focus. Went for the gamble, re-rolled the focus with Predator, got a blank, and it was still enough to kill Jake. Well, I was gonna say I feel like Dash should go for that Academy, because if Jake survived, but now I think you just gotta go for Dash. Yeah, or for Rex, sorry. 4 on 3. Well, he gets 3. That's the first time Dash has rolled 3 natural hits with that HLC. And so he gets 1. But that's the gamble you take, is that he's only target locked like once with him, maybe twice. It's been on those academies. He's had opportunities to use it, but he hasn't. He's either gone at someone else with just a focus. And that's the risk you take when you just go with a focused attack. Is that usually you're only going to get 3 hits. Well, there's 1. Should be dodged. Yep. Well. What do you do if you are Hely? I feel like with this Academy, I think you just go 4 forward. Or 5 forward. I think maybe barrel roll right. With him, maybe just like a 2 left bank. You know Hal's just going to go left. The question is, what do you do with Rex? Do you go 1 forward? Or 2 forward? Try to finish that proto? Or do you K-turn and hope you get a shot on Dash? Because the thing is, if he K-turns, his arc is going to be looking down here. So if Dash has a shot, he's going to be able to shoot first. What do you do with little proto? Do you 3 bank and then boost and hope to block or get outside of Hal's arc? That might do it, even if Hal goes 1 left. But you know this AP then would be on his tail and get a shot. And these are decisions that you often have to make late game. You've got your 1 good ship and your 3 crappy ones. Your 1 good ship's almost dead. Do you try to let him get another hit on your opponent's good ship before it dies? Or do you try to finish off that crappy one, hope it can survive, and then go get another shot on your opponent's good one, and then go 4 on 1? And I'd say, last turn I felt like Hely had taken the upper hand. I still feel like it is. He's got it right here, because he's got a great chance to kill that proto before he even shoots. And Dash is potentially probably only going to have a shot on this AP, who's still got 3 health. He's probably going to be able to live through 1 attack at least. So Proto goes 2 right bank. I'd say that's more of a precautionary move. Yeah, he's just gonna focus. What do the academies got? AP2 doing a 1 left? Well, that's a good move, obviously. But a 1 left? What the fuck is that shit? Are you serious? Maybe thinking he just wants to bring all his ships over here so he can regroup and come back at dash with everything he's got. I think that's gotta mean that Rex is just gonna go for the Proto too. Ew. Kinda surprised Dash would go 4 there instead of 1 right. But the thing is, now Dash can just barrel roll back right and focus up. And that lock's actually on the wrong academy. It's supposed to be on him. He's gonna lock Rex. That is surprising to me. And what? Why would you do that? Yeah. Any move Rex was gonna make there was probably gonna get him out of range 3. Even a 1 left bank, and even if that wasn't enough, he could barrel roll to get away. I don't like that. I feel like he should have barrel rolled right back and gone at that academy. Because now, yeah, he's just going to be able to do exactly what he wants. He can just regroup everyone and come back full strength. It's going to be 4 ships on dash. And this academy, he's toast. Because Rex is going to barrel roll left. He's done. So now, you're in some trouble if you're Sable. Should do it, yep. No more academy. Still think Dash is probably going to have a shot. It's going to be a 4-on-4. You need something here. Well, that's going to be 3. Only gets 1. Not bad. So now, coming back, it's going to be really important for Hely to get it lined up so at least 3 of his ships are... But see, that's why I don't like that 1 left turn, because now he's stressed out. He's got to do greens, is going to gotta wind his way all the way back. I feel like he should have just gone like a 2 forward and just bumped. Or just go 5 forward and he could have had a shot back at dash. I feel like that was a bad move. But still think he's in an advantageous position. Because dash probably won't be able to shoot at anyone this turn. I think he just go 1 left, 2 forward. I don't know, 1 left turn, I guess, in red. Or maybe you go 2 left here to make sure that clears 1 left. But this guy's trailing, and that hurts. Because that's a lot of your firepower. And if you're dash, coming back, this isn't what you want if you're dash. You don't like meeting giant piles of ships head on. You want them chasing you through asteroids. And now they're coming into open space. I mean, you might even see dash just K-turn here, actually. Because I don't see any scenario where he could have a shot, really. Maybe he goes one right, barrels back right, then boost right. Oh, we got here Ringo and PC Gamer. Ooh, 2 1-0s. Or 2-0s, sorry. How many 2-0s are left? Or just a handful. And Paul Heaver goes to 3-0 with a 550 margin of victory. Well, man, that's ridiculous. So he's going right. And that's not bad because now he's just really going to make sure they're all away from dash. And they can group up. But the only thing, you know, kind of interesting to see how he does it. Because now he's still got to do a green move now. A 2 left bank. Still don't think that will be good for a shot for dash. Maybe actually a barrel roll right. Might give him one on him. Was thinking, I think you gotta go for it here though. Like, what's there to think about? It should be good for a shot, I think. But I think it's gonna be just in. It's really going to jam him in there. If he can do this properly, this will be a nice bit of flying here by Hely. We still got this guy stressed, and I don't think he's going to be able to get a shot. But maybe a right turn and then a barrel roll, maybe, because I think dash is probably going right. But then I don't think Hal will be able to get a shot either if she goes left. Dash's gonna have another 4-on-4 with no focus this time. He only gets one hit, man. Jeez. Well, let's see what Hely can muster. Griffin's already set. Yeah, he brought all these guys back, but it's still kind of the same situation now. I really don't feel like anyone's going to be able to get a shot except for Rex. Maybe AP1. Kind of depends on which way Dash goes, but... So AP1 K turns. Ooh. I didn't catch that, but... he took his dial off the board. And that is a party foul. The ruling for that is now Hely gets to move Sable's ship. Now, obviously, I believe Sable, but how do you know that for sure? You don't. So, it sounds like Hely believes him. He's going to let it go, but... I don't know. Taking it off the board like that, that's a big no-no. I don't know if I could let that go if it was me, down to this close. So barrels right, focuses, trying to get away from what he thinks is going to be Rex coming right at him, I would imagine. And Rex goes 5 forward. Wow, that is a bad move. Why would you just willingly fly yourself right on that debris field? Obviously he thought Dash was coming at him, but that's just too big of a damage, or too big of a risk. Because now you're stressed. He's not going to have a shot. He doesn't get an action. And he's got to fly over again next turn. And he would have been shooting through it even if he did have a shot. So, I just feel like Hely has really made some questionable decisions this game. And if you're Dash, boy, I think you got to go for him here. It's a 4-on-4, but you got a focused, target-locked shot. A great chance to finish, because he's going to shoot first next turn, even if he's stressed. Yeah. And he gets 4 natural hits. Finally gets 4 hits. Didn't really need him with that focus, and that's it for Rex. Boy, you needed that if you're Sable. And now you're in a bad way if you're Hely. Because this dude's stressed. He can do a hard left, but he's not going to have an action. This dude's stressed. He can do a 2 left bank. But that might not get him into range. Hal can go hard, but Hal's not really your big hitter. Like these guys, boosted by Hal is what you want. And now you're in the driver's seat if you're Dash, because you can do so many moves now. Like if you really wanted to get frisky, you could go like a 1 left bank boost and try to dodge like 2 of these arcs maybe. But Hal's going last, so I think you'll probably just see him. Might just go forward 1, either forward or bank, and then do whatever, and just continue to try to stay out at range 3. Because these two guys are in, they're one-shot potential at this point with that HLC. Well, AP2 goes left. This 2 bank's gonna bump. Yep. Man. I think if you're Dash, if he does do the 1 forward and gets clear of that asteroid, I might just focus target lock that guy and just try to one-shot him. A 4-on-3 with a focus target lock, it's usually gonna kill him. Yep, well, he's got to do something to get off that now. Probably just barrel roll or boost left, I'd think. Yeah, just boost left, check for a lock on that AP1, and then lock him up and go for the kill. You're almost guaranteed to get. Come on. I know it's big decisions, but I want to get this other game, and I feel like it's pretty apparent what you got to do here. You have to get off that asteroid, obviously. His concern is that if he goes left, but if you go left, you can just one-shot him, and then you don't have to worry about this guy. And even Hal going left, I feel like you can still just outmaneuver her. This guy's just going to go left. Next turn, you can fly past him, you can't do anything. Stressed out. Just boost left. Come on. Oh my god. Come on. Well, he's thinking for 5 hours. Let's take a look. Ringo's got a little Fat Han list. Pretty standard. Except, wow. It's kind of surprising to see they push the limit in the, well, I guess he opted for the push the limit engine upgrade as opposed to your typical Luke Skywalker or Gunner. So it's kind of a modified Fat Han list there. Ringo number 2. He's got Soontir and a Mini Swarm. So 2 fairly popular lists. So he, wow. Well, it's probably going to be enough. He still gets 1 hit. Yeah. So he's able to finish off AP2. And now, I think he's probably got this locked up. Anyway, we'll go back, but we'll check out the start of this match. 2 pretty good players. Ringo, if you guys might remember, was on a podcast, or my stream a while back. And he's going to go with his Fat Han. And PC's going with that pretty standard, yeah, the Rebel Swarm Tarn, 2 blues, 2 protos. It's a pretty cool squad. And then his other one was Chirano. What's going on? Not loading properly. Chirano in a mini swarm. So, I'm kind of surprised he'd go with. Maybe he was worried about Chirano to counter Sunter. Yeah, because that Rebel Captive and Expose, I think he felt like Sunter would struggle against that. So, maybe that's why he decided to go with his Fat Han. But I think if you're PC, you love this matchup on paper. Because you're not really that worried about these Protos being able to outmaneuver you. And even though he's going to have a hard time getting through that asteroid field, and as a matter of fact, you might just all see him just go 2 left right here. It's kind of an interesting formation. I've never really seen anyone do that before. He's already set, so he knows what he's doing. It's going to be interesting to see if he decides to keep him in formation, or going to break him up and go through that field. And Tarn with that Astromech is going to make life hell for that Han, because normally, if you've got Han and Gunner or Skywalker, you don't give a crap about something like Tarn with the R7, but now it can cause you some problems. He's going to go forward with the A-Wings. Alright, let's go back. Beldrin. Yeah. Oh god, it doesn't even matter. Evaded it anyway. Oh, he does evade it. No way. Girls, wow. Well, that's probably it. Hely's gonna play it out though. I got no problem with that. You wanna play it out, you can go for it, might as well, but I think it's probably gonna be all she wrote here. He gets a crit. Nope, not gonna do it. So we're gonna see a 4-on-4 here. Hal's got an evade. Can he dodge? Oof, probably not. It's gonna take 2, yeah. So ugh. I know you guys probably want to see the end of this. I can't imagine any scenario where Hal is able to... I mean... Because Dash is even stressed, so he can do like a 3 right turn and boost. I guess I'll watch the end, but I can't see how Hal pulls it out. I mean... Sable's already decided. You know, I guess she's got a chance to get to range 1 here and potentially avoid a shot. But then, you know, the turn after is that, well, then what do you do? her only hope would be like she'd have to get to range 1 and roll like 2 crits and get like a munitions failure and what else? And a blinded pilot maybe, or a stunned, no, not a stunned pilot. What is the injured pilot? Maybe that. That would really be her only hope. Come on. I know it's their game. I don't care. You guys, you take as long as you want. I understand. Don't make me feel rushed. Just from a caster's perspective, I'd like to get on with it. But if it's my game, some guy's watching me, I'm just like, fuck you, I'm going to take all the time I want. But just from my point of view, it's a little, you're just like, come on. So here, yeah, Hal's got really, she can do a whole lot of stuff here. If she guessed correctly, she can get into range 1. But I think you'll probably see maybe like a barrel roll left. Oh. Would that fit on the board? Probably, I think. A little risky though, but I think I'd just boost. And he's going to boost right. God dang it. I guess he's just hoping he bumps here and... Of course he's going to draw it out. I understand this strategy in that. But I was hoping they would end it right here so I can get to the other game. I'm just going to go there right now. So, he's kind of, wow. How did he pull that off? That's interesting. He's completely flip-flopped his formation now, and now he's still in formation, but he's in a completely different one now. So, Ringo's kind of got the Z95 going off as a flanker. And these guys are kind of staring down that asteroid, but they should be able to avoid it. I think you'll probably see 1 forwards from the Bs and Tarn, and then maybe 2 forwards from the A-wings. Oh, God. Yeah, so he did a 2 right bank with Hal, looks like. But now it's probably... Yeah. Okay, I'm going to call it here, guys. I can't see how Hal, with 1 health left, comes back from this. If you're Hely, I think he could have done some things differently that would have given him a better chance to win. Sable, I thought, played really well. Felt like he made a couple of mistakes here when he had Dash way down here and all the fighting was up here. And he missed, there were 2 turns when Dash didn't shoot. But other than that, I felt like he flew that Dash loadout pretty well. So I'm going to stop the stream for 1 minute. And then I'm going to start it back up with Ringo's game, guys. So if you're watching the stream, just stay tuned.